Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here with you again. Today, going to show you how to play the Peter Frampton classic Show Me the Way from Frampton Comes Alive. Now, of course, the studio version of this track was released a year previous and did absolutely nothing chart-wise, as did nearly all of Frampton's solo work leading up to the Comes Alive album. And then, well, you know the rest. Frampton became arguably the only artist in rock and roll history to explode in popularity pretty much solely off the strength of a live album release. Remarkable story. Must have blown his mind at the time. Regardless, enough chit-chat. Let's close in here a little bit. Learn how to play some Peter Frampton with Show Me the Way, solos and all. All right then, Show Me the Way and Peter Frampton from Frampton Comes Alive. That is the version we're going to be showing you, not the studio version, which is almost all acoustic guitars except for the solos, of course. We're going to show you the Frampton Comes Alive version, which is a little bit more electric. There's also acoustic guitars and 12-string guitars, lots of guitars going on at the beginning of this one. And they're all using kind of the same chords though, right? At the beginning of this track, we're using 5 chords. D major 7, which is just a bar on the 2nd fret of the G, B, and high E string, B minor, B flat major, bar chord, sliding that into C, right? So we're going to play a bar of each basically, a bar of D major 7, bar of B minor, and then the bar of the B flat major. We're just going to downstroke it 3 times and then slide it into C, right? So kind of like this. Now, one of the acoustic guitars, maybe the 12-string, is playing the same thing, but here in this position, right? Basically just on the top 3 strings. Little D chord here, 7, 7, and 5. Off to that D major 7, just back that 7 of the G off to 6. And then finish it the same way, right? B minor, B flat major into C, and repeat. Right, and at this point that's just going to continue, and then the intro solo kicks in. Now this is a talk box solo. I do not have a talk box, and likely neither do you. A wah pedal works great. If you do have a talk box, use a talk box. If you don't have a talk box, use a wah pedal, or don't use any pedals at all. It'll still sound great, right? So the intro solo goes a little something like this. There. So we're soloing in the key of D major using the D major scale, all of it in this position right here. So let's show you the D major scale in that position. Every one of these solos takes place in this box. 10 of the low E, and then 7, 9, 10 of the A, and then 7, 9 of the D. And then you got to back up here to 6, 7, 9 of the G. And then 7, 8, 10 of the B, and then 7, 9, 10 of the high E. The D major scale. So this solo starts on this A note here at the 7th fret of the D string. Wow, into this. Just 7 onto 9, and then 6, 7 of the G back to the 9 of the D. Into this. So 7 onto 9 of the G, little bend release back off to 7. Then you're going to grab the 10 of the B string back to the 7 of the G. So just a little half step bend of that 9, right? And then 9 off to 7 again of the D, and then you're going to repeat the opening lick and then finish with this. So just 7 onto 9 and another little half step bend back to the natural note off to 7. That's the intro solo. And then pick that twice, and then we drop into the first verse. The first verse is using all of the same chords as the intro. Now we're playing them for 2 bars each. D. Let's kill my gain here just a little bit. Into the D major 7 for 2 bars. Into the B minor for 2 bars. Into the B flat major for 2 bars. However, the second bar of this B flat major, you're going to downstroke it 3 times, slide it into C. Right, and repeat. And the D major 7 into the B minor. Now this time we're going to hang in the B flat major for 2 full bars. Right, leading into the pre-chorus. We're not going to slide it into C. So then we're going to go off to A for the pre-chorus. For 2 bars, the second bar you're going to drop onto the sus on the 3rd fret of the B string, back off to A. Then into G for 2 bars. And that leads into the chorus. So the second bar of G, we're going to downstroke it 3 times and then off to A. Bum, 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 right? And then we're into the first chorus. So that is the first verse. 2 bars of D. 2 bars of D major 7. 2 bars of B minor. 2 bars of B flat major. Slide it in. And repeat. Second time you hang in that B flat major, right? For 2 bars. Now just hanging it. Then off to A. Drop the sus. Off to G. And then the bam, 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 bam. Right into the chorus. The chorus is going to be B minor off to A into G, and you're just going to reverse it from G back to A, back into B minor 3 times. At the end of the chorus, we're dropping into this odd little chord here. It's a G major chord, 5, 4, 3 of the D, G, and B string, right? But we've got the open A in the root, right? I don't know what you'd call that chord, but or maybe it's just G major with an A in the root, right? But it's an odd little chord that they finish up the chorus with, right? Right there. And that leads into the second solo. Right there. So going right down the scale, basically, starting on that 7 of the D, goes 7, 9, 6, 7, 9, and then 7, 10 of the B. Right into this. So 8 on to 10, back off to 7. And then 9 off to 7 of the G. And then we finish with this. All going on the G string 7 and 9. And then you finish with 3 or 4 pick strikes on that 7, right? So that's the second solo. Right into the next verse. Same as the first. B flat major. Now you're going to hang in the B flat major, right? Then off to A, grab the sus, into G, and then bam, 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 right into the chorus, B minor. A, G, repeated 3 times. Final time, you grab that odd little chord again, that G major with the A and the bass, right? And that leads into the main guitar solo. So this one's a little bit longer. We're going to break this up into 8 separate licks, right? We're going to run through it first, and then we'll dig into how to play it. That is the solo note for note right there. So we're starting with this. Same thing we did earlier, right? 7 onto 9, 6 onto 7 of the G. And that's lick number 1, what we're going to call, right? So coming off that note, we're going to drop onto 9, down to 7, right, of the B, onto 10, and then 8 onto 10 of the B. That's lick number 1. Lick number 2. Right there. So we're starting 8 off to 7 of the B, and then we're going to do like a little pentatonic type scale run. Going right up to 7s and 10s, right, of the B and the high E. Finishing on that 9 of the G. Into this. Right there. Finishing on that 9 of the G, right? Right there. That is lick number 2, up to that point. Into this. Right there. That's lick number 3. Finishing with a little roll there on those 9s from the G to the D, right? And then finishing on that 9 again. So that's lick number 3. And lick number 4. So it starts with a little bend of that 9. Off to 7, grab that 10 of the B back to 7. Finishes with a little slide from 10 into 12 of the B back to a double hit of the 10 of the B. Double hit of that 12 as well, right? And that's the first half of the solo, so let's recap that. Right, first lick of the second half of the solo, we're going to call lick number 5. Right there. So it's starting 8 off to 7 of the B, on to 10 of the high E, and then you're just going to ride back like almost like a little scale run on the high E from 10 to 9 to 7, right? And then you got to do a little bit of rolling here from the 7 of the high E up to the 7 of the B, back to the 7 of the high E. And then 10 off to 7 of the B to finish what we're calling lick number 5. Right? Into this. Right there. Right there. Right, so it starts 10, 8, 7. Grabbing that 10 of the high E. Right back 8 off to 7 again, right? And then finishing all on the 7s and 9s of the D and the G. So let's put those two together. Right, lick number 7. Right there, basically a little pentatonic type scale run, right? Starting with 2 bends on the 9, and then release that off to 7. So you're going to ride that right up the scale to the 7th fret of the low E. 9, 7, 9, 8, 7, 5, 7, right? And then you're going to reverse it right back to that 7 of the G. Right, with a little slide from 7 into 9 of the A. And then we finish the solo lick number 8. Right there, a little repeating lick that we're repeating 4 times, just a little bend release of that 9 off to 7. Right, so let's recap the second half of the solo. And let's recap the entire solo nice and slow. Right into another verse. 2 bars of D, 2 bars of D major 7, B minor for 2 bars. Now this time it's a shorter verse. We're going to go off to the B flat major, right into another chorus, right, or pre-chorus. Sus into the G, chorus, ba 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 ba, B minor. A to G, right? Reverse. And I think you repeat that 3 times again, right? Go into that chord again, that A chord, G major A chord, and then we're back to the beginning again. However, at this point, we're not going to go off to B flat major. We're going to go into G and let it ring for a bar, right? B minor into G. Let it ring into the chorus, right? And that's just going to continue until the end of the track. And there you go. That is how you play Show Me the Way by Peter Frampton from Frampton Comes Alive. Certainly hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button right down there. Maybe drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind and kind of helpful to my channel. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you, and we will see you next time. Cheers.